El Paso police said the deadly shooting of a man was a justifiable homicide and no one was charged. That man's mother approached me insisting there is more to this investigation. It has taken me almost a year to get this extra depth. On the evening of November 5th, 2021, El Paso police were called to a house on Veer Leisure Drive on El Paso's east side. Someone had been shot. Later that night, police confirmed a 23-year-old man named Aram Sida was killed.
He had barely turned 23. He would used to write songs. He said one day he was going to be an artist and he was going to, make a lot of albums and he was going to become a star. And the way he was taken away from me, it's not fair.
I recorded this interview with Sida's mom, Veronica Martinez, in August of 2022, as she recounts when detectives arrived at her house the night her son died.
He's like, we have some bad news to give you. And I was like, what happened? Well, your son went into a house and he got shot.
According to the police report, there are 3 people at the center of the story: Aram Sida, Hunter Joseph, and Divine Tarin. Hunter Joseph lived at the house where Sida was shot. Divine Tarin was Sida's on-again, off-again girlfriend. She told police that she and Joseph were now together, that she and Sida were friends, but they had seen each other that morning. He had also lent her a cell phone the day before. On November 5th, 2021, the report states that Tarin and Joseph were getting intimate when they heard shouting outside, and suddenly Sida burst into the house. Tarin told police Sida was yelling at her, demanding she give him his phone back, calling her names and pushing her to the ground. Then she heard Sida say to Joseph, "You want some of this?" before Joseph shot Sida. The autopsy shows Sida was shot through the back of the neck. Tarin told police Sida said he was dying and she tried to stop the bleeding, but she then left to find Hunter. They didn't go back into the house. By the time police arrived, Sida had died. ABC 7 reported days after the shooting that police determined Sida's death was justifiable because he was the aggressor in the situation and that Joseph would not be charged with murder. The police report states that responding officers found a pocket knife and a broken door in the home, and they also said that Hunter Joseph told police he didn't want to shoot Sida. But Sida's mother, Veronica Martinez, doesn't believe that's the whole story.
I want answers, and I want answers how my son got there. Why was my son there, and how did he get there? They put him as a jealous person, but I was like, no, he's with her. What do you mean that he's the ex-boyfriend? Or no, they're together.
But Martinez didn't have much more to bolster her beliefs other than mother's instinct. Until April, when police released Sida's belongings to her, including his cell phone. Police told her they couldn't unlock it, but she was able to open it, and what she found made her mind reel.
There was a message from this guy that shot him, and he said, "I'm sorry, but if anybody reads this message, get in touch with me. Because this didn't need to happen."
That message sent to Sida the day after the shooting, and more.
He made the 911 call. It's like he wanted somebody to help him.
The 911 call lasted 40 seconds. There was also a text thread between Sida and Tarin. They were exchanging pictures and texts the afternoon of the shooting, and he had FaceTimed her 10 minutes before he was shot.
It's like, didn't they go through his phone knowing that, there was pictures from her, there was messages from her, and the last 911 call came from his phone? I would want to hear that recording if it's available.
I submitted an open records request to the El Paso Police Department asking for the audio and transcripts of phone calls made to 911 regarding the shooting. I received this response from the city attorney's office stating, quote, "We have made a good faith determination. The information you requested deals with the detection, investigation, or prosecution of crime, and the release of the remaining records would interfere with an open case." an open case on what police deemed was a justifiable homicide. I want a clarification on why police still considered the case open well over a year and a half after they had determined no charges would be filed.
I emailed the El Paso Police Department twice requesting an interview about this case and also asking if they had seen what was on Sida's phone. They never responded to me, but a detective did reach out to Martinez asking to see Sida's phone. I met with Martinez on July 14th after that meeting.
I asked him, what's going to happen after this? He goes, I don't know. And then I was like, can I have a copy of what I signed and the statement that you did? And then he's like, nope, because it's under investigation. And I was like, what do you mean it's under investigation? When in March 17th, I was told that the case was closed. It's under investigation with the DA. And I was like, no, it's not.
And he said with the DA?
With the DA.
This grieving, frustrated mother wants a different outcome.
What would be the answer that would bring you peace?
For them to say the truth.
You want arrests?
Yes, I do. Okay, they believed every word that they say. What about my son?
Martinez told me the police had urged her for months to call the district attorney's office for updates on the case. But in March, someone in the DA's office told her they never received the case from police. I had confirmed that information with DA Bill Hicks shortly after, but after my most recent interview with Martinez in July, I reached out to the district attorney's office once again to see if anything changed. The district attorney's office told me, quote, EPPD submitted additional evidence on this closed case, and after reviewing, it does not warrant a reversal or reinvestigation of the closed case. ABC7 actually reported in August of 2022 that Divine Tarin was arrested, charged with burglary of habitation, theft of a firearm, and drug possession. Police said she stole a car and a handgun before crashing into a home and getting into an argument with the homeowner. The address on the report shows this all happened at Hunter Joseph's house. Court records show Tarin's case was dismissed last month.